open conversation.
Welcome to Sadior presents an open conversation, a different type of talk show where you, the viewer, get to send in your comments on the topic of the day. Going across your screen is the website, Facebook, the phone number that you can send in your comments and be a part of the show. The topic of the day is, should your past reflect your future? So, before we jump into that, let me introduce you to the rest of the hosts. On my far left is Liz. Welcome, Liz. She's 22 years in retail management and nonprofit. She's single, fun, and open-minded. Welcome, Liz.
How y'all doing?
Let me introduce you to Mr. Reese. Mr. Reese is a father of 4. He once owned his own business. He's been in management. He's a part of Sadior Photography. Welcome, Reese.
Hello.
Wow, that's all you got?
Yeah.
Okay, moving along. Sitting next to me is Miss Darkchild. She's a mentor. She's a social worker. She tells me she's a dog lover. Wow. She's also a foster parent. She's also an up and rising star comedian. You might catch her in your town. Welcome, Darkchild.
Name is Miss Darkchild, and why did he say that? None of that stuff is true. I don't like dogs. I killed my kids. And I'm just here to test it. That's all I want to do. I don't know what these people sitting on this couch is talking about, but I just want to sit on the couch. This couch soft. But I am Miss Darkchild. I'm not an up-and-coming comedian. I'm 4'11", that's it.
Okay. I'm going to drop you off the road now.
Thank you.
To my right is Melissa. She's the mother of 2, newly engaged. She's also part of Sadior Photography.
Hello.
Welcome, Melissa. Oh, jeez. To my far right is Mr. Lane. He's a father of 2. He's been married and with his wife for over 22 years.
Dang!
He has his own real estate company. He's also been a correctional officer. Welcome, Mr. Lane.
Good afternoon, everybody, or good morning, wherever you at. Thank you for tuning in. I am Mr. Marvin, the fast lane to home ownership. If you're looking to buy, sell, come on down, give me a holler, give me a call, we'll talk about it all.
And I'm Simply D. I've been a model, actor, musician, security for Heads of State, but we're not here to talk about me. Let's jump into the topic of the day. Simply, should your past reflect your future decisions? Let's start this conversation.
I think that your past has nothing to do with your future. Now, did he just say fast lane to home ownership? Did he tell y'all to come on down? Come on down to where, Mr. Marv? We don't even know where you live. You see how fast we get to a whole conversation?
I'm sure he has an office somewhere.
Nowhere! We are sitting on the couch, it's comfortable. But your past should not affect your future. Because your past is just that. Your past, right?
Well, let me ask
And
you
see,
a
the
question.
present is the future, is now.
Okay.
It's the present.
Well, let me ask you a question. Have you heard about the young lady who was a former prostitute who wants to run for mayor in her state? I guess they were playing dirty politics because the person she's running against brought that up. How do you think, should that affect her future? Something she did over 30 years ago?
It might help it, but I'm just saying. No, I don't think she should be held accountable. It was over 30 years ago. But they do say once a crackhead, always a crackhead.
It wasn't crack.
You just hiding your tendencies. I'm just saying.
Okay.
You just hiding your tendencies.
So what do you think she might get in the what do you call it, the mayor house?
Hey,
Whatever.
hey.
She's been married for years, though, hasn't she?
Yeah, over 28 years, right?
I don't think it should affect it. I just don't
28
think.
years. I don't think what she did 30 years ago in Nevada has anything to do with what she's doing now. She's
Right.
been with the same husband. She sounds like she's intelligent and like has some stuff going on for her. So we need to be focusing on that, not focused on what somebody did. We all done things in the past.
True.
As far as I'm concerned, we all done things in the past. Should we allow that to dictate who we are or speak for who we are, unless we still carry ourselves in that same manner?
True.
Okay. So you don't think the fact that she was a prostitute should stand in the way of her being married?
No, because people, people change. That's like when people strip their way through college. They're doing it for a reason. That's to get the money to get through school so that they can make a better life for them and their family.
Okay.
So therefore, just because the left hand is doing something don't mean that the right hand has to follow suit all the way on through.
But let me play devil's advocate. She was having sex.
Okay.
She's still having sex.
Okay.
Okay, so
It's just not sex for
She
money
was
now.
having
She's
sex in
married
a
now.
legalized brothel. Like, it wasn't, she was walking on 42nd and Market, or she wasn't doing any of that.
Okay.
This was a place where it was legalized. It was a business run.
She was underage though.
I don't know if she was underage. I didn't hear that part.
That's what I read.
you read that?
Yeah.
Okay, but still, even though it was legal, is it still morally right?
Well,
I
it's
got
a
my
matter of
own issues
opinion,
about
I
it.
guess.
Like,
If it's legal, then
Right.
I just had this
Who are we to
conversation with
judge?
somebody. It's I don't know. My thing about prostitution or what, that's your body. I can't mind. The only reason why the government make it illegal is because they're not getting a cut. That's how I look at it.
Okay.
So I don't. But places like Nevada where they have legal, they don't have some of the issues that other places have where it's not legal. So, that's my personal view on it. Like, who am I to tell Dark Child what to do with her body? And if somebody wants, they're gonna pay for it one way or another. So.
I think it's a matter of opinion. A lot of these politicians, teachers, doctors, lawyers, etc., have skeletons in their closet.
Yeah.
Maybe not of this magnitude, but
Some worse.
there's some skeletons in some kinds. We all have things, mistrust, misgivings about ourselves that we don't want to speak about. Hers just came public. Now, you said she is very articulate. She's articulated herself. True. Y'all need to go and watch that video.
Watch what video?
Of the woman.
Of
hers.
This story.
Her
About this
story.
woman.
Okay, but so again, let me play devil advocate. Like, okay, she wants to get a bill passed or whatever, and you don't think sex is going to come into play, because I know you used to be a prostitute, so I'm going to say like, okay, yeah, I'll pass the bill for you, but
Well, sex and the bill is completely two different things. When you passing the bill, in order to pass the bill, it has to be voted upon.
right.
Sex, people are going to have sex regardless. Bill Clinton had sex with Monica Lewinsky. I mean, it's a part of politics.
Did not have sexual relations with that woman.
You have politicians that are having sex with politicians,
Right.
and other people that are not politicians every day.
Right.
It goes on. It's just who get caught and who doesn't. This girl, her life was made public. This is what she did in her past.
And she doesn't apologize for it.
But the thing is, do I really care what you did in 1980 if we in 2013? No.
Exactly.
It's what you can do now. I mean, we've all done some stuff, and he who does walk on water cast the first stone. Who am I to say what she does was wrong?
Did he just quote that quote wrong, ladies and gentlemen?
Whatever.
Let me correct it before you move on. Let he who is without sin cast the first stone.
Well,
If you live in a glass house,
Water and all this.
I like walking on water.
he finished. Now, should we judge this man by his past comments? Did you hear what he just said? He messed up the Bible.
Kick him off the couch.
He messed up the whole Bible.
I messed it up.
He
However,
said, walk on water. Who you think he is, Jesus?
hey, listen. That's the only person that was without sin.
True.
So
You just committed one.
whoever has been on this earth long enough has a past, and not everybody's past is acceptable to somebody else.
True.
But who are we to judge?
Right. Just like I think we could also look at the Michael Vick situation now. They want to crucify this man because of dogs. I know we have a dog lover, so pardon this. But they want to crucify him for dogs.
He's a whole different story. No. I'm sorry. He he sat there and funded a dog. Like, that's just, why? What was the purpose?
Okay, well, let's look at it this way. They want to crucify him for dogs, but Ben Raffenberger were raping women, and he got off, and you heard hardly anything about it.
Okay,
which one is more important?
It depends. It's what's relative to you. Like, it was no reason. And I think that people were so upset because here he is given a chance to do something better. He's in, sports. He's doing what? Why are you indulging in dog fighting for, like, why?
But you know what? I think he is the only one who got caught with his hand in a cookie jar because of pardon the expression.
And then he played dog.
White powerful businessmen have been doing that for years.
And they wrong too.
Okay?
But we're not talking about that.
But as I'm saying, here you are, he's still getting death threats and things of that nature, where you were raping women and nothing is being said about it.
And both of them are pro athletes. One is a quarterback for the Steelers, and one is a quarterback for the Eagles.
So
one is black, one is white.
Yes.
So you making it a race thing?
I'm not making it a race thing. I'm just saying.
And you want to know what? It has now become a race thing because she's African American, the woman that's running for mayor,
and the guy
she's running against, he's Caucasian.
There you go.
So it does, at some point, it does start. Race does play an issue, whether we want to admit it up front or not. Race does play an issue in any and everything that you do. Whether it's overt or covert, it plays an issue. Be it done. Her past, what she did, is done and it's over with. It's over. We move past it. It's 30 years later. She's a born again Christian, saved, gave her life to Christ. Let her do what she's gonna do.
But do you think society tends to hold people back because society doesn't want to overlook or forgive or forget what people have done in their past?
Society got too much time on their hands.
I think it has to do with opportunity. If you're running against me, I'm gonna dig and do whatever I gotta do to discredit you.
I agree. I don't think that it would matter if it was two black
care if
people
you was
or
a
two
monkey,
white
like,
people or
it
whatever.
doesn't matter.
If you want to win something, of course you're
Exactly.
gonna
You're gonna play dirty. You're gonna play dirty, and you're gonna dig up.
And they all
That's
do.
what politicians have been doing. Like,
All right, so if I run for mayor, I'm gonna make sure I'm not running against you.
no, I'm gonna dig up all your
I
dirt.
bet you would.
Please
I
believe
bet you
it.
would. But you know what?
But see, and I'm gonna put mine out front up first. So you then what?
All of it.
See, then that's a good point that you
I
made.
can't hide
What
like
if?
stuff I've done.
What if she actually came up front and told it before she decided to run for mayor?
She was too
would
scared
it
to.
be quote unquote exposed it?
Is
Now
it-
what?
is it-
Now it becomes an
But she
issue.
did say that she does not apologize. Which she does she have any regrets? No, she had to do what she had to do. She was pregnant at a young age. She made those choices. At least she did it in the most legal fashion she could. She went somewhere where it was legal, where she wasn't on the corner putting her life or her child at risk.
She also
so.
says she doesn't support it. So
Exactly.
I think a lot of people would be worried about that. Like, if she did it, she thinks it's okay. She would.
I mean, I think like to play that devil's that like people may be looking at especially with politicians, they look at would they be able to make the right decisions for our country or for our state or whatever. That should be the issue, not something they did 30 years ago.
But that's just as
She was a teenager who lost her mom to cancer. Like, she had a lot of factors, and if we're going to look at it, look at the whole story.
Right.
Don't just look at she was a hoe in a brothel.
But that too is a part of life. Even with us now, what we do in our daily workplace. You make a mistake today, your boss is going to hold you to that mistake until something replaces it. Whether it's a new mistake or it's the same mistake again, or if it's not a mistake, something to praise you for. So we tend to look at people's past, and it does affect our future. It affects where we're going. If you were a upstanding citizen and all of a sudden you go to jail, what do? You get people to come to court and testify and be character witnesses. So these things happen. We're going to take a commercial break because I know this conversation is going to get on and popping. We're going to turn it up a little bit. So we're going to go to a commercial. We got to pay some bills. Sadior Open Conversation. We'll be back right after this.
Open conversation.
Sadior Photography company that offers modeling, weddings, family portraits, and much more. Indoors, outdoors, in the studio, or we'll come out to you. Just give us a call.
Conversation.
Yes, we're back. I feel somewhat disrespected about my
Oh
bow
my
tie.
God.
Yes, I do. So we're going to talk
You're
about
gonna be all right.
levels of disrespect and respect. I know it's a broad statement, but there's a lot of different levels of respect and disrespect going on in the world today. And we want to start with this one on the end who talked about my bow tie.
You're going to be all right.
Yeah, I'm going to
That's all I got to say about that one.
So I feel disrespected about the tie, the bow tie.
But you do look like Creflo Dollar, don't you?
Here you go.
Call in.
So
Take that about. He do look like Creflo. He look like Creflo. Now when he smacked his daughter, I wonder what that.
Disrespect.
You gonna say that was disrespectful?
What?
Smacking your kid?
No, that wasn't disrespect.
No, it wasn't.
He
It was the way her face came back after the smack that made it disrespectful.
Whatever. She must have said something out of her mouth.
That's right. Don't
Okay,
smack a
there you
kid.
go.
See, kids nowadays, their parents allow them to say whatever they want to say.
Not in my house.
Being disrespectful. Not in your house. Not in mine either.
No.
Not in mine either.
Not playing it. Child stays in the child's place.
Yeah,
Child
we-
stays in the child's place.
You're right.
You said it all. Show over.
Yeah.
Kids
Show
nowadays.
over. He done said it all.
Too much
Kids
freedom.
there
Oh
are
my
just
God.
too disrespectful with the cursing in public,
In front of old folk.
elder folks. You know what I mean? You got them now when they even get on the bus, they will not get the hell
I
up.
was
And
going to
said
say the
hell.
same
They
thing.
will not get the hell up to let an
Yep.
elderly woman
Excuse
or
me.
a pregnant woman
Excuse
or a
me.
woman carrying a child sit down.
Excuse me. They're
Yes.
not elderly. They're seasoned.
Whatever they are.
Well,
Seasoned, seasoned saints, whatever.
Well, where do they learn respect from?
They
You-
should learn it in the house.
But here's the thing. If you don't have anybody that's teaching respect, where are they going to develop it at?
Exactly.
Today you have parents
Who are
who have
20.
these kids who aren't respectful or respectable.
right.
So they don't teach their children to respect anybody. I've seen grown folks that are supposed to be parents will condone the negative behavior that their child has done. Not only will they condone it, but they will also get out in the street and fight with their child for their child's disrespectful actions.
Right.
You know what that brings up right here in Philadelphia? We just had a case where a parent her child was getting bullied. The parent went to the school to confront the child,
Oh, yeah, I just saw that.
and then smacked the child, finger all in the head, and now she's gonna be arrested.
But they said that the child, there was a teacher there, and he said that the child hit the woman first.
Right. So you don't
So
know,
who-
but now that, and the point that the newscaster was trying to make was, what is your child learning by you as a mother going and confronting a child? You should have went to the parent so we could have some mediation. Now she went in there and started getting the kid all in the head. Back in our day, you know, when we did something wrong, as we came home, we caught it from every neighbor on the
Yup.
block.
Yeah.
That was all right. Now, as soon as you say something, you better not say nothing to my child. You and me gonna be outside fighting.
But that
That's
goes
where
back to what Marvin
disrespect
said.
is
You
going.
got mothers that are 25 with a 14 like, it's ridiculous. This dude told me, you have kids. I was like, no. Oh, you're not a grandmother? I thought you were 30. Why would I be a grandmother at 30? Like, I just didn't understand. First of all, I just said I don't have kids, so why would I have grandkids? But anyway, that's another subject. But, like, they're so, like, the closeness is ridiculous. So, you still have a mom who wants to party and be out in the streets and all rah-rah.
Right.
I can't teach my child how to be a young lady or how to conduct herself or my son or whatever. Like, and then you don't have the parent around, so the kids don't learn. They learn respect from what they see.
What they see.
Right.
And you got all the wrong people. Right now, who are raising the kids? The kids are being raised by the streets.
Right.
They're being raised by what they see.
Right.
What they see in movies, what they see out in the streets, because the parents is obviously not teaching these kids.
Right.
And the reason that the parents aren't teaching them is because the parents didn't learn.
Right.
Let me ask you something, Miss Melissa. You got kids and they're young. At what level or what point do you think it becomes disrespectful? Because at some point they think it's cute. We see a little child do something, not we, us sitting on the panel, but some of our viewers out there, some of those parents will see the little kids do the newest, cutest little dance. To me, that's disrespectful. To see them do the latest grown folk dance, and they do it. So at what point do you feel as though that your child needs to be chastised for being disrespectful?
Mine are too young right now, so it doesn't really play a part. But I mean, even younger kids, I know people that their children are, say, 2 or 3 years old, and they're saying curse words or singing, not so great parts of songs, and the parents, condone it. They think it's funny. And
so when your child comes home, your daughter comes home, and she says, "Oh," and one of them throws one of those expletives in it, then what?
It's up to the parent to teach them that that's not what, and we don't have that. The parents aren't. They think it's cute. I hear these young girls and they just cussing up a storm and they shirt all down. First of all, I would be so beat down if I even tried to go out the house looking like that.
Right.
With push-up bras on that are made for grown women. Like, where are you going? And I certainly wouldn't carry myself and use the kind of language that I hear these girls using. I'm just like, that's not cute.
No, it's not
Like,
cute.
it's nothing cute or attractive about that. And that goes back to what we talked about before. And those decisions, especially with YouTube and Facebook, and because at least the stuff we did wasn't captured and put on for the whole world to see.
Right.
Now, it's all kind of stuff that you're doing. These little sex parties these kids are having, and just the getting high. All that stuff is you think it's cute, and it's
right, because
smiling for the camera.
We got multimedia, and everything
you got colleges
magnitude.
checking Facebook now.
Right.
Employers
checking
Facebook. So, they doing credit checks, they doing consumer report, like all that stuff. It's not like when we were growing up.
But see, here's the thing. Sometimes a lot of that gets out into the cyber world, that person has no control of. And I'll give you a great example. Me, personally, as a comedian, we do clean sets, we do dirty sets. So, if one of my panel's mother, fathers, my own mother, father was in the audience, I curb my language. That's just the way I am. As I'm getting older, I'm realizing that the clean set's going to take me further than we just don't drop F-bombs for nothing. But it's a level of respect that we have. I've noticed that people have recorded me while I'm at a show, and I have no control over that.
No, you don't.
And then next thing you know, I go to Google myself on Facebook, and now you've got a whole 15, 20-minute skit of me on it. So, and that's the problem.
You're working, and you're performing a show, and you're doing what you are doing. I understand that. What I don't understand is the way that these kids don't learn to respect themselves, and they got their boobs hanging out, or the boys' pants is all low, and they cussing and acting a fool, smoking weed, and being recorded. Like
it's cute.
Like the fight.
That's
like
not
the school
cute.
fight.
You stupid. Exactly.
Always
see,
fight.
it makes them believe that they are receiving not the respect that's going to carry them somewhere in life.
No.
They're receiving the street respect. The respect that their peers is going to give them for being negative.
Or they trying to be cool, or they think it's, that I'm so cool because they're, y'all recording me doing this.
doesn't last that long.
Didn't y'all see the video of the little girl on Facebook twerking, and I guess it was her mom put it on Facebook, thought it was cute.
Right.
The little girl was probably about, looked like she was 8 or 9.
Right.
But that, that's where society is right now.
That's what we have. Her mother thought that was cute.
Right.
But and there again, it goes back to who's teaching respect, because it's obvious if you have a parent that's condoning something like that, then the parent obviously don't have any respect for herself. So how could our child grow up knowing what respect really is if her parent is not teaching her to respect herself?
Right.
You can't respect somebody else if you don't first respect yourself.
Right. And I think you get those kids while they're young. If they're 2 years old and they're starting to comprehend and understand things, you get them right then and there, because that's when you need to start implanting the respect. Like, no, you're not going to fall out on the floor without some consequences happening. You're going to know that this does not happen.
You look like T.D. Jakes with that beard. You don't look like Creflo. He don't look like Creflo. Let me tell you about respect.
You just trying to make me a preacher?
Let me tell you, you do not wear brown shoes and a black belt. That's disrespectful.
Who's wearing brown shoes and a black belt?
You going there?
No, Mr. I'm not.
Should I move?
No, don't move your feet. Don't move your feet. Don't move your feet. Don't move your feet. Don't move your feet.
Boy!
Don't move your feet. We live. Don't move your feet. Don't move your feet. Don't move your feet. Creflo Dollar. Creflo.
What is this? Just
Creflo.
Just bustle on the
No Creflo. No Creflo.
What's going on?
She said the bow tie, Creflo.
Yeah.
All right, T.D. Jakes. Okay, no, don't move your feet.
I'm gonna have to lay hands on you.
All right.
And it ain't gonna be a prayer.
Oh, arch your back now. Arch your back now. Arch your back. Oh. Okay, that was
But
just.
no, all right. While we talking about laying hands on people,
Okay.
there was another video on Facebook about the 2 girls got caught by their father twerking on Facebook, and he beat the brakes off of them with a extension cord.
Yes.
Now, how do you feel about that?
Yes.
He should have.
I applaud it.
Exactly.
But here was the twist to that. There was a Caucasian guy who was a police officer. And remember, he was beating his daughter. It too was on YouTube. And he was beating his daughter. And they felt, and taking her computer. And the wife was coming up in and watching it and egging the father on. But she was a little mentally challenged. So they wanted to take his. They didn't want him to be a police officer anymore, because they said that he violated the law. But here's my thing: who put the video up on Facebook? She did. The mother did.
Then she should have got beaten too.
Right.
She got beaten too.
That would have been the next.
That would have been the next.
The one thing that my parents and my grandparents used to always tell me: you ain't never too old to get a whooping.
How about that?
So hey,
Yeah, because I got a cousin that was 21 years old still getting the whooping. I'm
These
like,
comments
wow.
are comments that are ours and ours alone. Do not condone us for the comments that we make. We do not want any women's group coming after us because of the comments that are made.
if you can sing it, bring it. Because I whoops if my child get out alive, they better know it's going down.
Say it again.
If you can sing it, bring it.
You hear it? Only here at Sadior Presents Open Conversation. You get that, sing it and bring it. Now, don't let your mouth write a check you behind can't cash. Remember that?
Oh, yes.
All right, Creflo Dollar back here. Reverend T.D. Jakes know everything. We're going to go to a conversation. We got to go to a commercial.
Thank you.
He's going to come back as Creflo Dollar. Let's play some bills.
Sadior photography company that offers modeling, weddings, family portraits, and much more. Indoors, outdoors, in the studio, or we'll come out to you. Just give us a call.
Open conversation.
We're back. The open conversation. We're talking about respect and disrespect. I think Melissa found an interesting thing about respect on her phone. Would you like to read that for us?
It's the definition, Craig.
All right, calm down, sister. Calm down.
The definition of respect, a feeling of deep admiration or to admire someone deeply for as a result of their abilities, qualities, or achievements.
You know black people can't read no definition. It says the definition, that was the definition for the word respect.
Yes.
Right. Look, respect to me is, I still respect my mother. I don't curse, drink, or anything in front of my mom because of respect. She's due that, I give it to her. Okay?
But I also noticed that when we talked the first half, we talked about disrespect. Now we switch the topic up a little bit when we talk about respect.
Right.
The respectful things that I like and that I think that most people should like. You know, as you know, I'm a foster parent, 9 kids.
All right.
Yeah, 9. They ain't all alive, but
Okay.
the body count is at 9. We keep young men should walk around their house. I don't know why parents didn't do this, and it irks me. I go to my friend's house, see her son walking around with no shirt on. Now, as long as there's a woman in the house, I think a young man should have a shirt on. I think that should be a respect. I don't let my kids walk around the house with no shirt. Don't walk around. I don't walk around without a shirt. You shouldn't walk around without a shirt. And they couldn't understand that. Letting a female go through the door before a male go. At work, we see people just walk right through, hold the door for the lady coming behind them, keep on the door closing in. That's a respect thing.
Right.
When you come into someone's house, you speak when you come in. Because most people say, well, why are you there? Look, because I'm already there. This is my house. When you come in and speak. My kids make their friends come to the bottom of the steps and scream up the steps and speak.
Right.
I mean, they ain't hollering and screaming, but as a respect factor, I need to know that you're in my house. Right. So they'll come to the steps and say, how you doing? All right, and then I know whose voice it is, so that kind of thing.
Well, what about this one? Somebody call you and they're like, who this?
Right.
What do you mean, who this?
No.
You called me.
No, you know what's the one? The answer on the phone in church thing. You ever been to church and see how many people do this underneath the table? I'm in church. That phone should have been in your car anyway.
Right.
That's disrespectful. People, please leave your phones at home. God knows who's calling. It's His time. Give God His time. There's a lot of respectful things that I think our kids should do. We don't teach our kids to say please and thank you.
Right.
That's just the basic of things. People, young men, wearing their pants hanging down off their butt.
Need to pull them up.
Need to pull them up.
Respect.
It's about respect. Sweeping, just a common courtesy. We neighbors, right?
Right.
I sweep my steps.
I should sweep yours.
I sweep your
sweep
steps.
mine.
Right.
I would appreciate it.
If you shovel my snow, I shovel your snow.
Yeah, okay.
See?
This is very conduct.
That's respect.
Pretty much.
So, in terms of what other type of respect, what are some of the things that you see as being respectful?
Liz?
Just the language and just the getting up and letting the elderly person sit down on the bus, or just knowing that there are elderly people. Like, I still don't cuss in front of my grandmother.
Right.
I'm grown, don't live in
Right.
the house, haven't lived there in a long time, but that's the way I was brought up. So
Right.
I just don't. There's just learning how to conduct yourself. It's just learning to respect yourself. You're going to automatically know how to give respect. I mean, it's just.
So what about working in a workplace and wearing a shirt that shows a lot of cleavage? Some women feel, well, my breasts ain't out. Think it's a respectful thing?
No, it's not. That's why most workplaces have work uniforms or dress codes, like, and you need to adhere to that, or you don't have a job. Just no, I don't want to go to somebody's business and see that. To me, that is disrespectful. I don't.
I'm sorry. Show me cleavage you want. I want to see it.
Oh.
I'm just saying.
We might as well go back to segment number 1. Go back to disrespect. Because we on segment number 2 and he talking about just being all type of in the bosom and everything. He down a bra and you just out of control, Creflo Dollar. You know what? You know, I was just thinking, and it just ran across my mind about
that?
being disrespectful and being respectful. And you said about working in the workplace. Have you seen where the way employees just treat other employees, the way we refer to people, disrespectful and respectful? The conversations that we had, respectful. Do you think it's respectful for a child to call you by your first name?
Not if they're a certain age now.
No, I just
What if
call me Mister.
What if your daughter just calls you by your first name? Respectful, disrespectful?
Well, I mean, she's young, so
The only word she better know is mama.
yeah, but she hears other people call me Melissa. She might
True.
want
So-
to call
so
me. I
that's-
mean, but that's what I'm saying. She's too young right now. Once she gets to
How
like
old is she doing?
2.
So you
She's
wouldn't
only
say.
2.
So what you wouldn't say? No, it's mommy.
I mean, I would correct her, but
Right.
you can't punish. You know,
No, I'm
I
not
can't
saying-
take
no, we're
that as
saying
being
punish.
I'm not saying
disrespectful. You know what I
punish,
mean?
but correcting.
Yeah, correcting. But I mean, I still wouldn't take that as her being disrespectful because she doesn't know any better.
Right.
Now, suppose she grew up and she's now 8, 9 years old and she still want to call you Melissa instead of mom.
No.
The only reason I asked that is because I grew up calling my mom and my dad by their first names. My mom wasn't having it.
Really?
Yeah, my mom wasn't having it. She knocked it right out of me. That was mom. My dad didn't have a problem with it. But dad also let him know when I wanted something from him. Because if I ain't want nothing, he was Johnny. As soon as I came to him, Dad, the hell you want, boy?
Yep.
You know, so, you know, he really didn't have a problem with me calling him by his first name because he still got the utmost respect from me. But I just called him by his name because he never corrected me on it. You know, he never put a stop to it. But I respected the hell out of him, you know, like I should have. But I had a little game with him. When I wanted something, that was my dad.
Right.
Hey, Dad, hey, Pop, what you want? How much is it?
Right.
You know, so.
But
What
you know
about
what?
Mr.
There's a
Lane?
lot of things too that we see when they talk about respect and disrespect. It's the internet by itself. When the things that people post that I think that they shouldn't post. Ultrasounds. I got a problem with people posting ultrasounds on Facebook. I always think that that's a private moment. That picture of the inside of you should be shared, husband and wife, and with immediate close friends.
I
do-
posted mine on Facebook.
Oh, snap!
Here we go.
Here we go.
I did.
Why?
Why not? It's my kid. Just like I post pictures of him now.
So you wanted the world to know?
Yeah.
What? Now that
why
you
I-
said that's my kid, yeah. But me looking on the outside, I just always thought ultrasounds were just private things.
Well, I mean, it is when it happens, but the picture is just a picture like anything else. I mean, in my opinion.
You might got a winner. She might have persuaded me with just that. It's a picture hook, but it's
It is.
yeah. What about talking on the phone in public places?
But some places have signs. Don't you
Don't do
can't, like at the DMV, you're not supposed to even be on your phone, or if you come up to the counter or some, put your cell phones away.
I was in the OBGYN this week. It had a phone sign there that said, no cell phones. What?
You had a problem with that?
Yes.
Why?
I'm in the GYN.
Okay, so I'm your doctor.
Right.
A lot of doctors' offices have that.
Right. And I'm treating
I
you.
ain't never seen it.
I have questions I need to
It
ask
say
you.
it in McDonald's, in a Chinese store. It no talkie on funny.
But I have questions I need to ask you.
Why can't I talk while I'm in the
Because
Chinese
I-
store? Wait a minute. Pump your brake. Why can't I talk on the phone in the
So
Chinese
place
store?
your order,
Right.
okay? Then step back from the counter and let me take care of it.
So you
I
don't want to
need
hear me
No, I don't.
carrying the whole
No,
conversation
no,
with Shaquita.
no.
Girl, let me talk. Let me get a
No.
shrimp fried rice.
No.
And girl, let me tell you,
No.
large fried. No, large fried.
I'm gonna ignore you.
See?
And you
Even if that was a $250 order,
I
and
don't
I'll
care.
take it
Even
to
That's
the
disrespectful. I don't care. You now, case in point, I'm on the phone and you trying to order. Yeah, baby, what's going on? I'll be with you in a minute. Yeah, what? Y'all get off at 10. What do you want?
You right. That's the flip coin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I right.
Yeah, I know
That might be right.
Yeah, whatever. What you got to say, Mr. Lane?
Y'all done completely lost me.
He was asleep.
Y'all went from respect and disrespect to being in the GYN.
Mm.
I'm not in the GYN, so I don't know where you went with that one.
This one over here.
I was just talking about
Talking
respect
on
and
the phone.
disrespect, talking on the phone.
But there's
The fast lane, the home ownership.
That just completely went away from the conversation. Completely.
Wasn't that disrespect? You were disrespecting my man's business.
And he just disrespected my GYN appointment at 10:45, and I was on time.
Next time you want him to go with you and hold your hand?
Please, flash lane, the home ownership.
You might be able to get you a house. Yeah, because if you going to the GYN so you can make sure everything's cool. Because you are looking for a husband. So you said on one of the other segments. You know what I mean? Let's keep this in order. House. Husband. Kids.
Now you being a little disrespectful.
Somebody out there might be looking at this and be like,
now he being a little disrespectful.
Darn child, I gotta
Okay. Booker T. Washington. Don't he look like Booker T. Washington? Frederick Douglass.
Are we back on my bow tie?
No.
We back on my bow tie.
No, you look like Herb Denenberg.
All these gentlemen wear bow ties, don't they?
You the only one got one on today.
Okay.
Be respectful.
I'm probably for you.
He got jokes.
Put it right on the side of your head.
He got jokes.
We talk about respect.
Right. So what's respectful and what's not respectful? Is it respectful for a man pulling out a woman's?
Yes, it's respectful, and I think it should be done. Is it respectful for a man to open the car door when his woman is getting in the car? Yes.
Is it disrespectful for a man or a woman to go into their mate's cell phone?
Yes.
Ooh, we said that quick. Yes.
No.
No. Yes and no?
No.
It's not disrespectful for your wife to go through your phone?
Absolutely not.
I'm on your side.
Why?
Absolutely not.
If you're in a committed relationship, you shouldn't have anything to hide.
First off, when you have respect for your mate, your cell phone is nothing. If you have that type of respect for them, then you're not doing anything that's going to make them not feel like they can't go through your phone. You can look through my phone. My wife has my code to both of my phones. Look through it. Matter of fact, sometimes I'll give her the phone and be like, here, put this in your pocketbook. I don't want to carry this phone because I don't feel like answering it. I only have it because if we're out and my kids at home, if they need to reach us, they have the phone number to call. But no, it's not disrespectful for them to go through your phone.
No, I said it was respectful. I didn't say it was disrespectful. I said
He said it was respectful, and I'm just saying, I'm asking, so because some people think, I think that personally, I think at some state ages, I don't care if you go through my phone. Just know that I only got one bank account and I got 4 banks logged in my phone. No, I'm just saying. You wonder why I got TD Bank, Wells Fargo, and all the rest of them in the bank. That's that name. But it might be, it should be some boundaries, right?
No. What? When you in a committed, monogamous relationship, what boundaries do you need? What boundaries do you need?
Well, see, she's not in that type of relationship, so she wouldn't know.
It's only disrespectful when you got something to hide. That's the only time people feel like, oh my God, how dare you.
Right. You never went to a man's phone?
No, I've never went to a man's phone.
Glove box?
Nope.
You ever open his medicine cabinet up? I do open medicine cabinets up. I want to see what's in there, Because I want to see if you got some, please,
but I haven't done it
bathroom. I want to see if you got some chlamydia cream, some whatever. I just want to know if you on HIV, what you taking, step 1, 2, or 3. I'm in your medicine cabinet. Hello. Remember that commercial when they put that in? Somebody said newsy people do that, so they fill their medicine cabinet up with marbles. As soon as they open it, all the marbles come out.
And I'm telling you now, gentlemen, if you date her, put the marbles in your medicine cabinet because she's going to go in it. Please, keep her the hell out of it. Put the marbles in there.
I'm dead.
I'm gonna say this: respect is subjective. You know, there's things that I'm gonna feel like are disrespectful. You might not agree. You might be like, well, why should you feel like that? It's really about your personal views on things and how you feel you are. Like, so something that you may call me whatever, and I might get upset. It's subjective. Like might not make Melissa upset because you say that. So, but getting back to society and how it's not the same way that we grew up. When we grew up, these are certain things that you do. You speak to your neighbors, you help your neighbors. Kids, it's so different that kids just don't have that kind of respect or presence of caring about that next person, you know. And I agree with Marvin. It's like, who do they learn that from?
Right. So is it a learned behavior? So, Miss Melissa, so as your kids grow up, do you think that you should have to teach your kid to, if you sweep outside, you sweep the neighbor's side. If you hold the door, you close the door. Women should sit and men should open the doors for females and so forth and etc. How do you teach your kids these things, or is it just an expected thing?
80% of what children know, they learn by what they see.
Right.
They learn. Boys learn what to do to be a man by watching their father or their uncles or other guys that they're around. You know, so you know, whether you know it or not, you're teaching your children how to act or how to condone themselves or whatever, without even actually teaching.
Right.
They learn about what you do.
Right.
You know, case in point, I was walking down the street with my youngest son one day, and there was a couple of girls walking on the other side of the street, right? And I'm looking at them. My son like, "Do you like them, Daddy?" I was like, "No." I said, "Do you like them?" He's like, "Mm-hmm." I said, "What you like about them?" He said, "You got good booty." And he said, "I want to do her like you do Mommy." I said, "What you talking about?" He said, "I'm going to hug him and kiss him." And then I was like, "Oh, so he knows a whole lot more than what I think he be, you know."
Right.
I was like, "All right, I got to watch what I do around him." But, you know, that right there let me know, like, you know, he paid a lot more attention to me than what I thought, you know, so.
Okay. So let
He
me
said,
ask-
don't watch too much of what you're doing around him, because we don't want him hugging and kissing on no little boys, okay? So keep hugging and kissing on your
That ain't even
wife.
in the equation.
So this again has been another episode of Sadior Presents an Open Conversation. We hope you enjoyed what we heard today. We hope you enjoyed each one of us on the panel. Please send us your comments, your thoughts. Well, somebody is always here, either on email, Facebook, what have you, to answer your questions. This has been another episode of Sadior Presents an Open Conversation. Peace.
Conversation.